is going to be just a very interesting way to hear a story live with a good friend of mine and to this channel's, and probably to a lot of you watching as well. I'm also not doing this with any motivation. I'm not trying to do this for views. I'm not trying to do this for any monetization. I don't want any donations. I don't want to make this political. This is just hearing a story. We'll bring him in. It's Stephen McLaughlin in Batemans Bay. Tell us a little bit about yourself first before we go on, so people can know who are you in relation to the channel and life.
So I met Danny on a cruise ship, however many moons ago. I can't remember now. It was a little while ago. So we've been friends since then. I've been up to Danny's a few times. We've done a road trip with Olive, and so yeah, I'm a carpenter. I build houses in the area. So we finally managed to get the chance to build our own, and that took us a 2-year process before we managed to get it built and get in. And we've spent a total of 1.5 years there, and now it's all. It all started New Year's Day. We got up a sort of normal day. Obviously, there's been fires in this area threatening our town since November. So New Year's Day, I woke up and Dad was up, and we were just, out in the back deck having a coffee in the morning. So it's about 7:30 in the morning. I started noticing black leaves just falling out of the sky. Like you notice a couple at first, and then they just started coming down. We sort of thought, oh look, this might be a little bit serious. We probably should start prepping the house. Obviously a bit late. We should have done it in hindsight, would have done it a long time before, but it was probably about 8 o'clock. I said to my wife, Brianna, look, maybe you should grab a few things, grab the hard drives, grab the laptop. They've got photos, any photos we can't replace, and just some things and bits and pieces, and just get them ready just in case. From that 7:30 period to 9 o'clock, the power went out and the phones cut out. So I said to Brenna, look, just go to the beach, don't go anywhere unless you absolutely have to. If things get bad here, we'll come down, we'll leave and we'll come down. And so off they went down to the Malua Bay beach, and Dad and I just continued, hosing down and soaking everything. It wasn't long at all. It just, the wind really, really started to pick up, and then we were getting massive bursts, and you could hear thunder that was generated from the fire, but it didn't sound like normal weather thunder. It sort of is a strange sort of dry sound about it. So that branch you can see on the ground there, a massive, massive gust of wind. It didn't break, it didn't crack, it didn't fall. It just ripped it clean out of the tree and slammed it into the ground. It was incredible. Wow. And he was right near it when it fell, and it just annihilated the fence, which we just had put in. So the reality of it was pretty scary. The wind got incredibly strong from that point on, and I was just worried another branch was going to blow out of the tree and possibly injure one of us. It was, Dad had gone out the front to adjust the hoses and do all that, and he's come out and told me that there's red embers are falling out of the sky now. So, which is, I was already at panic station. I was like, should we go? And he's all like, no, that's what we've been waiting for. That's what we're here to put out. So I'm like, righto. We knew which direction the fire was coming from. We thought we'd see the fire front coming over the hills in the trees behind us. But that wasn't how it happened at all. Within another 5 minutes, 10 minutes of that, the entire bush line around us, down the end of our street, up the back, all around the sides, burning between my neighbours' houses. It just was all engulfed in flames in a matter of 5-10 minutes. That was it for me. I said, no, Dad, this is it. We're getting out of here. So I said, it's not worth it. Let's go. So we jumped in the cars and we've taken off towards the beach. And, every turn we've taken, there's fire in front of us. That picture you can see that Danny's got up there now, that was down the bottom of on my way out of my street. We went down to Malua Bay Beach, and there was just thousands and thousands of people down there. I started to sort of a little bit panic because I couldn't, it was so hard to find Brianna. We started doing a few laps, and, she briefly mentioned to me that she might be over near the surf club. But, so a few laps up and down the beach, and, keep getting hit with waves where you just want to burst out in tears. I managed to find them down the beach, and they were all huddled down the beach with the cat, and so that was it. We had to hunker down there on the beach in the sand, and it got super, super dark. You couldn't see more than, your hand in front of your face. My eyes were itchy and scratchy and just dry from the ash and all the crap blowing around. You couldn't breathe. It was you felt heavy in your lungs. There was just no getting away from it. And we were there with so many people for a long time, and you could see. And not long after I actually found Brenna, we were all there, and you could start to see houses burning over over a couple of streets over. You'd see these houses start to burn and go up, and it never really went away for the rest of the afternoon, but it certainly died down a little bit. So we managed to, everyone started to move off the beach. We went and sat in the cars and put some aircon on for a while. I mean, we kept driving back out where we could to see if we could get up to the house and just see if we still had a home. We knew it was a possibility. I mean, even when we got to the beach, I said, look, I don't think the house is going to be there. Like, it doesn't look good, but, you don't think it's actually going to happen, So this is through the property that we managed to gain. That's entering our estate. So these are the start of my side of the street, these three houses that burnt up towards mine. The one with the caravan's my house, or where it was. This is your first
time seeing this, right?
This is our first time actually back. Honestly, I thought I was going to break down and cry, but you're kind of hoping to see something that's not damaged or burnt or recognisable, but it was more just to have a look. But that's my neighbour's house completely gone. Wow. You'll see there's black dribble there. That's where my water tank is now. That's my water tank.
Oh, it melted.
Yeah. This was the back deck, which we had a hose on running when we left, and that's just, it did nothing. It's just gone. So, I guess the lesson learned is, if you think there's a threat like that, even if you don't think it's going to be a real thing, I strongly recommend a checklist of things that you would, like to take that you can never replace.
That's a really good idea, yeah.
Every so often something will dawn on you and you'll go, oh my God, that's gone, my wife's wedding dress and my wedding suit are gone, just every now and then something will just pop up and you'll be, it'll sort of hit you that it's gone. We have insurance, we're covered. My wife works for the Commonwealth Bank and they've been very generous in helping us out. We don't want to be taking things that we don't need, so we'd much rather, people have offered, and we'd much rather give it to people that don't have the ability to at least rebuild. People that didn't have insurance, or people renting that didn't have contents insurance and lost all their things. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff we can't replace, but.
What can the Danny Black community, we have a little bit of a tight-knit community here. And he's like, what can we do to help out Steven? And I said, maybe when you start building your house, maybe some of us can come over and give you a hand. And I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be a cool.
I've seen you swing a hammer, Danny.
I'll make a vlog about it. All right. That's if you don't have any donation links or anything like that, I've seen a lot of those floating around on Facebook. I'm not sure which ones are the best to do, but use your brain when you do it, because I always worry about that kind of stuff, because a lot of idiots out there just come up and
I've seen a lot of people posting GoFundMe pages. I agree with Danny. Just be careful with that.
Yeah.
Look, you can donate to the bigger, the RFS, all that sort of stuff. And they've had massive amounts of donations.
They have, yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Steven, so much for giving us some of your time, and good luck. You have a long road going forward, but we'll be there for you, and I'm sure everybody in the chat will be the same. So,
no worries.
And everybody else, we'll see you soon, and we're just chin up, be smart. I don't have any good sign-off thing. This is new to me. What, you have a good sign-off? I know you do.
Me?
Yeah.
No, not really.